Mr. R wanted us to learn, and I, Kelsey,
And I, Vanessa,
from his first period chemistry, have learned to a B
and I have learned to an A
level the following concepts from the first 12 chapters of our chemistry book. This is not an inclusive list, but our selection of concepts from each chapter that we will remember.
Okay. Chapter 1, we learned about energy and how to conserve, produce, and store it. In Chapter 2, we learned about different states of matter such as solid, liquid, and gas. Solid is a form of matter that has definite shape and volume. The particles in a liquid are in close contact with one another, but the arrangement of particles in a liquid is not rigid or orderly. A gas is a form of matter that takes both shape and volume. In Chapter 3, we learned about scientific notation, and that it is a given number written as the product of two numbers, which is a coefficient and a 10 raised to a power. Chapter 4, we learned about atoms, and that it is the smallest particle of an element that retains its identity in a chemical reaction. In Chapter 5, we learned about electron configuration, which is when electrons are arranged in various orbitals around the nuclei of atoms. Chapter 6, we learned about the periodic table and the way it's arranged by metals, nonmetals, and metalloids. They are arranged in these groups based on their general properties. Also, the elements are arranged in order of increasing atomic number.
In Chapter 7, we learned about ionic bonds and ionic compounds and how ionic bonds have electrostatic forces that hold ions together, but ionic compounds are composed of cations and anions. In Chapter 8, we learned about molecular formulas and how they show how many atoms of each element a molecule contains. In Chapter 9,
I got the giggles.
Chapter 9, we learned about polyatomic ions and the names of most polyatomic anions and the 8.
Keep going.
Chapter 10.
Chapter 10, we learned about what?
STP.
1 mole of 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd represented particles of any gas occupied as long as a volume of 22.4 liters.
Chapter 11. We learned how to write formulas of the reactants to the left, the yield sign, and the formulas of the products to the right. In Chapter 12, we learned how chemists use balanced chemical equations as a basis to calculate how much reactant is needed or product is formed in a reaction. Done.
Every time I get the